Hi, I'm on a Qigong meditation and Tai Chi retreat at the moment at my teacher Jason Chan's meditation center in Ireland. And I thought it'd be an ideal opportunity to show you some of the real practical aspects of how the self-help that I'm going to be teaching on my upcoming self-help Chinese medicine self-help course works in practice. And the course is a 5-weekend course. Each weekend goes through a particular season, and it also goes through a number of different self-help skills. So the main self-help skills will be Qigong, Chinese dietary therapy, Chinese herbal medicine, everyday herbal medicine, and self-acupressure, and then a few miscellaneous ones. And just on this retreat, there's been a few things happen that actually I thought would be really useful as a learning experience. But before I talk to my friend Esther about that, Jason is actually the creator of the main set of Qigong that I'll be teaching on the course, which is either called Meridian Stretching Qigong, or it's called Radiant Qigong. And so I thought, while he's here, he's kindly offered to explain a little bit about what this Qigong set is and what its benefits are. So if I can hand over to you, Jason.
Oh, thank you so much for, so that's Alex. So I know Alex, okay, for a long, long time. And what happened about the Radiant Qigong? First, we have to give a little bit of explanation. So Qi is a vibration of life, which is, if you like, you cannot see it. 5 senses cannot see it, but then when you can actually tune in. So this is the body. The body actually needs some nourishment, not only food, air, sunlight, and the earth, all the earth and environment or elements. That is all in you. I call this physical body is an ecosystem. Enables your ecosystem or physical body become healthy. Of course, you need a healthy mind as well as emotional state as well. But there's something very extraordinary. If you can capture it, we call it the life-giving force. And before you can actually get the life-giving force, we call it living Qi. So the channel or the body have to be open. So quite often, people do not know that. So what happened? So we then have to utilize our body to activate, to open the body first. And the Taoist way is first martial art. So that means moving your body, move some part of the body, enable the movement happen. When the movement happens, that's an opening. When the opening happens, the Qi can come in. So thus, movement, very important. Secondly, your breath. Via the breath, enable you calm the mind. And via the breath, enable you tune into the frequency of the Mother Earth. And this frequency enables to raise the vibration in a way, it's called aliveness. And this frequency have to be tuned in. Thus, it is some level of stillness. The breath then is important. Plus the movement, and you tune in to the living Qi from the Mother Earth. Then through specific breathing and stretching skill, technique, and follow the principle, enable you further to raise a vibration we call the Qi abundance. That means you got plenty. And then when you got plenty of Qi, it's further opening and raise a vibration we call the radiance. The radiance, the Qi is come from the sun, So that is a heavenly force and the earthly force combined. So we have the yin and the yang, we are in the middle. And when we continue to open, we can then recapture the essence of life. Positive energy from the sun, negative energy from the earth. Yin and the yang combined. And you then will become radiant presence in the world. When you reaching the radiant presence in the world, you also can observe your mind become so clear. the suspiciousness on the lower mind, intellectual mind level, dualistic aspect of the mind level will subside. The feeling, we call the emotional body, will continue to expand. Thus, you become not only a radiant presence and also harmonious presence and peaceful presence in the world. So that is a radiant Qigong. It's based on what we term the nature's way. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jason. And one of the amazing things about this routine is it also goes through each of the 12 Chinese medicine meridians and opens the physical body so the qi in those meridians can flow and harmonize. So that's really wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much, Jason.
Thank you.
So if I can invite Esther up here. Esther is one of my classmates on Jason's course. And Esther doesn't have formal training in Chinese medicine, but just a couple of things that happened on this retreat really illustrated some of the value of some of these self-help techniques that I'll be teaching. And I was really, really happy to see something happen on the first night where Esther, all by herself, without any prompting from me, thought of one of the tips that I've given her in the past to use for a particular situation. So I thought maybe I could ask Esther just to tell us a little bit about that first evening.
Well, my partner ended up with a cold just before he came on the plane to Ireland, and he was kind of stuffed up in his nose, and he felt really a bit shivery. And so I thought about the hot and sour soup, because it's quite a warming thing to eat, and it's one that I quite often make for bad colds and similar things, especially when the weather is cold.
That's great. And then when your partner took it, what was the reaction?
Well, he perked up. He got some more energy. He felt happier. He looked a lot clearer in his eyes and in his face as well. And
most importantly, what do you think about the taste?
He loved it.
Yeah. So this is something that I'm going to be teaching on the course. And it's a simple recipe with simple principles, but it can have a really dynamic effect. This is dynamic Chinese dietary therapy. It's something where you will take a dish and you will feel different straight afterwards. This is really the higher level of Chinese dietary therapy. And it also tastes great if you get it right as well. So you don't have to compromise taste for effect, which is brilliant. And then on the second day, you got a migraine, and I gave you a self-acupressure routine. And this self-acupressure routine is what I will be teaching on the course. Actually, I was giving the acupressure routine to Esther, but it's actually something you can learn quite easily to do for yourself and teach to your own patients as well, and teach to other people very easily. So it sounds like a loaded question, but how are you feeling? How was the migraine after the acupressure massage that I gave you?
Well, before the acupressure massage, it was everything was stuck up in my head. I felt really hot in my head. There was a lot of pain in specific areas in front of my eyes. And after the acupressure massage, I felt much clearer, and the pain subsided significantly afterwards, and the heat dissipated down my body.
So I just thought it was a really nice practical example, because I can talk in theory about all of these things, but actually when you see the reality of what they are, they're easy to learn, they're powerful, the principles are actually quite deep, but they're easy to teach. And that's really what this course is, the essence of the course will be. After teaching self-help for 10 years to the public, I've refined it over this time and found really great approaches, and the ones that I've kept, the ones that really work. So this course will be a 5-weekend course. The first weekend is on 26th and 27th of February. That first weekend will be the spring, and it will also be a focus on Chinese dietary therapy. And even though it's a full course, the 5 weekends, you build on each other and you learn all the principles and how the seasons help you understand each of the individual skills and vice versa. But I've decided to break out that first weekend. So if you want to just do the first weekend, you can book that by itself. And then if you want to do the full course later, you can book that too. The course is in person at City College of Acupuncture in Old Street in London, but it's also simultaneously live streamed online and recorded afterwards as well for later viewing. So if you're in a different time zone and can't make it at that time, you'll be able to watch it afterwards. And so all the details are at www.daomedicine.com/Yang Sheng course. All the details will be written below this video. And I hope to see you on the course. Thank you.